Hello, fourth graders. This is Miss K, and we're on lesson 14. We only have one more lesson left of this unit, and then we're going to be taking our assessments and our pausing points. So this is under the C part 2, so it's the same chapter that we read last class. So here is that read aloud again if you would like to listen to it, your vocab, and your chapter. So everything is here. I'm going to scroll down to the questions. All right, so number 1 says, seafloor spreading explains which of the following. So go back and find the passage that talks about seafloor spreading and tell me which one of those is explained by it. Which phrase describes the Mid-Atlantic Ridge? So go back and find the definition for Mid-Atlantic Ridge. It says directions for questions 3 through 11. Choose where the animals live. Use pages 85 to 88. So in those pages, there are paragraphs that tell you exactly what animals live in the hydrothermal vents and in the seamounts. So go back to those pages and look for the animals. So we've got white crabs, brittle stars, schools of fish, pale blind shrimp, sponges, deep sea corals, giant tube worms, anemones, football-sized clams. So go back in that text and find, are those animals in the hydrothermal vents or do they live in the seamounts? They're two very different places with very different animals. Number 12, when a seamount emerges, that means comes up from the ocean surface, blank are formed. There's actually a picture in the text that shows you this. So when those seamounts break through the ocean surface, what is formed? 13, when one tectonic plate slides under another, what is formed? 14, when tectonic plates slowly move apart, is that continental drift or is that seafloor spreading? When water seeps into the Earth's crust and is heated by magma, which one of these is formed? Look for those definitions. Number 16. When tectonic plates collide means crash into each other. So when those two tectonic plates are crashing into each other, which one of those is formed? All right, let's head over to skills. So we're going to review what we learned about adjectives a couple lessons ago, and we're going to talk about suffixes. So here is that chart again of how we order different adjectives. So we start with the article, which is a, the, this, stuff like that. The first adjective that's going to come is if it's an opinion. So here, pretty, that's an opinion. It's going to be the first adjective listed. Then we have physical description. So the size, the shape, the age, the color. So that is where green went because green is a physical description. It's a color. Then we're going to do any material. So if it tells you it's plastic or cotton or wool. Then the origin. So where it's from. Is it American? Is it European? Is it Canadian? And then the purpose. What is it used for? Is it an informational book? Is it a, I'm sorry, I can't think of one. Is it a, excuse me, you know those hole punches? Maybe it's a 3-hole punch. So it's used for that specific purpose. That one's a little bit tricky, but think about the book example, an informational book. It tells you what it's used for. Okay, so you're going to rewrite these sentences, and you're going to pick just 2 of the adjectives that are listed and use the chart here to figure out what order you need to put them in. So the blank blank race car zipped around the new track. You're going to pick 2 of these, new, Japanese, or fast. Plug it into the sentence and rewrite it here. Number 2, she looked at a blank blank book about volcanoes, hardcover, good, old, science. Number 3, he loves the blank blank shoes he tried on. Remember, just choose 2. So we've got canvas, that is a type of material, blue, comfortable, and walking. Okay, and now for the rest of these, you're going to choose the phrase that uses the adjectives in the correct order. So we've got the tall Rocky Mountain, the Rocky Tall Mountain, Rocky Tall the Mountain, a sharp wooden pencil, wooden a sharp pencil, a wooden sharp pencil. A bicycle orange, that should say orange. An old orange bicycle, an orange, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. An old orange bicycle, an orange old bicycle. And then number 7, you're going to come up with any sentence you want that uses 2 adjectives in the correct order. So again, refer to this chart to help you. And if you need any help, hop onto Zoom so we can help you out, okay? And the second part of skills today is some suffix work. So we're going to write a complete sentence for each of these words that include a suffix. Be sure to use correct capitalization and punctuation. So interrupt, when you interrupt someone, you're speaking when they're already speaking. So give me a sentence here, interrupt. Photograph, use it in a sentence. Make sure you start with a capital, end with a period. Abruptly, that means happening really quickly, really suddenly. And then kindly. Okay, so you're going to write one sentence, one nice 4th grade sentence for each of those words. And to end it, we're going to do just a little bit of spelling practice. So here are all of your spelling words that you are going to have an assessment on next lesson. So make sure that you are studying these. And then you're going to choose one way to practice these words. So did you use each word in a sentence? Did you spell each word out loud? You can write each word on paper, or you can type it into a Google Doc. So pick one way you would like to study your words. You are taking that assessment tomorrow, so please make sure you actually do this step and you study those words. All right, that is it for today. I will see you tomorrow for our last day of this unit, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.